Welcome to my 20th video talking shit about one frame man, one PowerPoint presentation man, one shit man, one slideshow man, one cancel the rest of this fucking garbage season man. And today we have another video by God himself, Moist Critical, descended from the clouds to tell us how bad One Punch Man Season 3 is. Before we get to this video, I also want to shout out two other creators that have joined the One Punch Man Season 3 bully party.
If you aren't familiar or you haven't seen One Punch Man, basically, Season 1 had amazing animation.
I wish I was unfamiliar with One Punch Man.
Season 2 dropped the ball considerably, but was still tolerable, and
I say this all the time. Season 1, masterpiece. Season 2, a big step down, but bearable.
Season 3 is essentially a PowerPoint presentation. Over 2 entire minutes, they only had 9 drawings and PNGs showing.
It's not even moving. It's a coloring book with voices. And it's not even that good of a coloring book either.
But the pacing is actually horrible as well, lingering on shots for far too long and messing up simple things such as the background music cues and comedic timing. You probably saw the infamous hill slide where they basically just dragged a PNG of another episode. Whoever animated the scene clearly didn't even realize the gender of the character and gave him tits.
Yeah, Royal Stripper. That's his new name. It's not Royal Ripper, you know, we know Royal Ripper. This isn't anime only. It's Royal Stripper. Get it right, bro.
This post today pointing out in the latest episode, episode 6, they failed to crop a PNG.
I was gonna make a whole video on this picture. You're lucky I didn't. They are literally copying and pasting the manga panels. I guarantee you they actually get it illegally. They didn't even have the talent or the respect to just fill in the top of that, or maybe to just cut it off on top of pure prisoner's head. You know what I mean? Just to seem like the hair's going off screen. They couldn't even do that. They make it dark. That way it just blends in lazily. I'm sorry, but this anime is making Blue Lock, Seven Deadly Frames, Berserk, and The Promised Neverland Season 2 look like masterpieces.
And when you compare it to the panel from the manga, it looks like they just traced over it and forgot to add the cropped out hair.
Fucking sickening. You pieces of shit. Honestly, One Punch Man Season 3 is my personal 9/11, and I'm a New Yorker.
It up with how the One Punch anime has been handled, have taken their frustrations to IMDb. Episode 6, currently sitting at a 2.5.
Let's see what it's at now. 2.5. I guarantee you it's lower now. Holy shit! It's fucking lower. 2.4. It's a 2.4. Bro, by the end of this video, it might be at a 2.3. The ratings are moving faster than the fucking animation for the show.
Out of 10 on IMDb, making it the lowest rated.
Even if it was out of 5, it would be bad.
Episode of any anime in history.
The hentai director can't even give animation to the girls. I expected some titty splashes or some ass shaking, at least, from Tatsumaki. They're even making Fubuki look retarded. She looks mental in the face. How fucking dare you?
And at this point, it's better just to put it out of its misery.
Yeah, bro. Shoot it in the fucking head and kick it into the ocean to never be discovered ever again. So hopefully maybe hundreds of years pass and somebody finds it, they fish it up, and then they make that generation suffer. Just make sure it's nowhere near mine.
Considered by many, including myself, to be the worst anime ever made.
I'd rather chop my fucking off than watch another second of this season. But it makes me money, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah, Bandai, your product is giving me money.
And in episode 6 here of season 3, from what I can recall, I just finished it, there's only 4 scenes that have movement. And by movement, I mean one of the scenes is Child Emperor doing this.
You'll have more movement in Christopher Reeve's grave than this season.
With his hands. And then the other scene, which has become a big meme now, is King walking into the room, and he literally walks into the room like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic hitting some of this. I thought we were about to witness him do a JoJo Siwa's dance move or something.
An anime called One Punch Man. You expect top-notch quality action. You ain't getting that. You'll find more action at the morgue.
A big meme moment from this episode is how they Fubuki in one of these stills where her face is... It doesn't even look like the same character.
No.
That is like a full still that sits there for a minute.
Awful.
Like, a minute is exaggerating, but it sits there for a while.
It might as well have been a minute.
And it just looks terrible. Like, it's very clear that the show is only getting worse.
Yeah, this is like stage 5 cancer. It's inventing new stages.
Episode 5 was their best episode. And it was bad. But it wasn't this bad, and it feels like they blew all of their load in episode 5, and now the only thing left is like scraps. Actual morsels that
It's funny that Gachi Akuta is about trash, but One Punch Man's about more trash than Gachi Akuta. So I think we need to rename it to One Garbage Man. I'm telling you guys, it has a better ring to it.
they're trying
it makes more
to
sense.
utilize to the best of their ability to just have something go out. And my God, it is sad. It is just tragic what's happened to One Punch Man. And I've seen this crazy fantasy people are spinning about like, yeah, season 3's so bad, they're going to learn a really hard lesson that season 4 is going to be amazing for.
Season 4 is not going to happen. It's either not going to happen or it's going to be just as bad as season 3. And guess what? You could count on me to watch every single episode. I don't care if I'm 75 years old in a mental hospital. I'll make sure I have a camera recording me shitting all over the product. And if I somehow die between now and the next season, or let's say season 7, I'll create a clone of myself. Or you know what? I'll groom people into hating this anime.
Buster, there's no season 4. Yeah. This has been a catastrophic disaster, and once season 3 is done, which they should just close, just stem the bleeding. There's no reason to even finish the scheduled episodes. Just let it end here. It's not worth it. But once this is over, there will not be a One Punch Man season 4. Not unless Bandai sells the rights to someone else. They've shown that they're not willing to put any resources into developing a very high quality One Punch Man season anymore.
That's why I called them Scam Die. Bandai Scam Co.
They're just not going to touch it again. There won't be a season 4 unless for some reason Bandai has this big eureka moment where they're like, what if we actually tried to make it good?
They could try their best. It's still going to look like shit. You need a whole new studio. A studio that actually has a good reputation with the good-looking anime that people actually like. Anything less than that, go fuck yourselves.
They're just going to wash their hands of it and be done.
Yep.
It seems like that's exactly what they want. They tried to make something extremely cheap, expecting fans to swallow whatever shit they farted out, and it didn't go over well. Their gambit didn't pay off. The only franchise that's able to get away with spending $0 on a beloved IP and still having the community lick the sweat off of their gooch is Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. I thought Pokemon was bad, bro. Holy shit. Nah, this makes Pokemon look like Elden Ring.
Pokemon is able to be produced for literally $0, copy and paste every year, endless slop, and people will just digest it with a smile on their face.
Yep.
But that's because they have numerous decades under their belt of brand loyalty, and people have literally rewired their brains to just accept that Pokemon games aren't expected to be good anymore. They're just expected to be there. And
but One Punch Man's not that popular to produce as much as Pokemon has, especially on a yearly basis. This might be the last we see of One Punch Man animated.
One Punch Man does not have that same luxury. One Punch Man has 3 seasons in 10 years.
When season 1 came out, I was 20 years old. Single, I wasn't a YouTuber, I was struggling to find a job. I was taking one class in college that I ended up dropping out mid-semester. I had no friends. 10 years later, season 3 drops. I'm married, I own a house, I make good money, I have a good group of friends, I'm going bald. I went from a handsome Italian man to Saitama in 10 years. Maybe that's what the show's lesson is about. It's trying to make everybody turn into Saitama bald.
6 years in waiting. This gambit was never going to...
No fucking excuse. 6 years. You had 6 years to just surprise us, to be like, y'all love season 1? Well, this is about to be season 1 times 2. You're all gonna be on your knees with your eyes closed and your mouths open. Because it's about to be amazing. But instead what they did was they teased you with that. They turn around and they shit in our mouths. They took a shit in our mouths right after having 10 Big Macs.
I don't know what Bandai was expecting to happen here. I'm very confident that we will not see another season of the One Punch Man anime anymore. Unless, of course, Bandai sells it to somebody else or some...
Sell it to me, I'll buy it.
At least the manga is still an absolute banger. At least that is still absolutely slapping.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. It's so bad it got me to read. I hate reading. I've hated books my entire life. But goddamn, bro, like look at this shit, bro. I bought from chapters 19 to 27. That's how much I love this series. That's how shit the season is. It has me reading. My dad used to do my book reports when I went to school. I never read a book.
But it is such a shame to look at what could have been for this animated series. Season 1 was amazing, and I was a vocal hater of Season 2, but now seeing Season 3 and going...
And he probably got so much shit for that too, because the One Punch Man fans are some of the worst fans on planet Earth. I'm not even gonna joke. They're almost as delusional as Boruto fans, except Boruto fans are just straight out.
It is definitely worse than season 1 in terms of its animation, but holy shit, is it significantly better than what we got here. This is a terrible season.
Yes.
And it continues to only get worse.
Yup. Oh, but this episode was a little better. Off. Give it a 1 because that's what it deserves.
What a shame. Anyway, that's really about it. I don't really plan on making another One Punch Man season.
Oh, you're gonna make another one, buddy. Trust me, they're gonna top this one. They're gonna make something just as bad as this episode. I love when people with a voice actually use their voice, right? I am in a community where people either drop the show because they don't like it, or they drop the show because they can't handle the criticism from their audience, or they're just afraid to say the truth. Oh, and also delusional motherfuckers. Then you have me, Moist Critical, Chibi Reviews, Dolan Darkest. We hate this shit, and we're gonna tell you how much we hate it. I may be the most aggressive person when it comes to personalities that talk about One Punch Man, but you need somebody like me. You need somebody like Moist, and you need somebody like me. I'm not trying to say something a nice way. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to shit on it. And if you don't like that, I got 2 words for you. Drop dead. Sayonara, my PNGs.